Hello from the brutal capitalist dictatorship of Malaya, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I hope you're having an amazing day, because if you're having an amazing day, I'm actually having a not so amazing day, because the jungle is closed. I can't go in. For whatever reason, they've closed the jungle today, so I'm afraid I cannot deliver a jungle video for you guys today, and I'm just gonna be doing a walk about the jungle area, which is a damn shame because I drove like 30 minutes, no, almost 40 minutes to get here, and it's closed, yeah, for whatever reason. But you know, I am a law-abiding citizen of the British Crown, so you know, rules are rules, because you know, what are rules? You know, without rules, you're nothing but a savage. You see, you've got to have rules. You see, we're not savages after all. We're British, and the British are best at everything, right? So, I put my trust into these rules, and I shall simply walk around the area. So if you go on a right-wing channel like Prager University, you'll sometimes hear these fascist twats going like, "Arr, why can't the left just disagree respectfully? Arr, you know, why is it that the supposedly tolerant left is unable to tolerate a different point of view? As a matter of fact, it is not the conservatives, it is not the liberals who are intolerant, but it is the tolerant left that is the epitome of intolerance." And this is the same kind of rhetoric that the ruling class uses in order to gaslight the angry, downtrodden, and oppressed masses whenever they stand up and fight back against their oppressors. Why can't you do it respectfully, you know? Why can't you, for example, why can't you, as an occupied Palestinian, be a little bit more pacifistic like Martin Luther King or Gandhi, you know? Why do you have to be so militant? But as a matter of fact, there is no need for anyone to be civilized to fascists. For you see, the only good fascist is a dead one. There is no need to be respectful and polite with a man if he has his boot on your throat, is there? And there is certainly no moral obligation for anyone to be polite and respectful towards a man who would not extend the same sort of courtesy towards groups of people they deem untermensch or subhuman, is there? I mean, certainly nobody talks about the social obligation of being polite to a Nazi, because we all acknowledge, at least every decent human being acknowledges, that Nazis are trash, right? Nazis are worse than trash. Am I correct? And then you have these American right-wingers saying, "Oh no, we can't be Nazis. How can we be Nazis, you know? We fought the Nazis in World War II. Arr! No. America did not fight the Nazis, you see. America fought the Germans over conflicting geopolitical interests. But you certainly did not fight the Nazis, because guess what? You are the Nazis. Yes, America, you are the Nazis. Guess who Hitler saw as great inspiration for his very own version of Manifest Destiny? That's right, the American founding fathers. The American presidents of the early days were Hitler's inspiration. Henry Ford, the famous American industrialist whose name is hallowed in every single American history textbook, was a literal Hitlerite. Yeah, there is very, very little to distinguish the ideology of the founding fathers from that of Adolf Hitler, right? Save for the Jew hatred part, the founding fathers and Hitler both had the same view of the world when it came to races they deemed to be subhuman, the same ideas about how to deal with races they deemed to be subhuman, right? And furthermore, you American nationalists are not going to like this, but Hitler got along mighty fine with both the British and the American bourgeoisie for years, long before the war started, right? There was no issue with Hitler in America. In fact, Hitler was actually Time magazine's Man of the Year before he started stepping on the Americans' toes, by the way. So, no, American nationalism, or rather, conservative American culture is really not much different from that of the Nazis. America winning over Germany was not a matter of good winning over evil. It was simply a matter of which fascist won the war. That is all. Which fascist won the war, right? But it certainly was not a triumph of good versus evil. Every American right-winger, in fact, believes in a hierarchy of races. That's why they have a thing called the model minority. Why is it that a minority's humanity must be determined by a white man? Why is it a white man gets to determine which minorities are good minorities and which minorities are bad minorities? Because the American right-wing ideology is basically fascist to the core. Fascism is baked into the American right-wing ideology because America, as we know it, modern America, was founded in reaction, right? The very founding fathers kept slaves, they kept slaves, they raped their slaves, and they basically, their view of the world was basically one steeped in hierarchy, right? Especially racial hierarchy. And, so the American fascists cannot see differences among people without hierarchy, and they cannot view people as individuals, you see. So fundamentally, no, I don't view an American right-winger any differently from how I would view a Nazi, and I will not treat you any differently from how I would treat a Nazi. And if you expect me to be civilized to you, bear in mind that in less civilized conditions, this is already the peak of my civility towards you fuckers, Because under less civilized conditions, if there was there were no legal repercussions for putting lead into your body, we would do it, yeah? We leftists would certainly do it, because as I've mentioned, the only good fascist is a dead one, and the only thing that's really stopping us from filling you up with lead is the law. So just to wrap up, guys, I'm not interested in having a civilized conversation with a fascist simply because the fascist worldview or the fascist goal is simply a world without people he deems Untermensch, which is going to be an ever-shrinking view because the fascist will never, ever be satisfied. There's no way you can satisfy a fascist. Even if, for the sake of argument, all the races and groups of people that he hates disappeared, he will start pointing at new groups and new races in order to and the I'll do another video on this in the future, but basically the fascist goal is unsustainable because fascism always operates based on an in group and an out group. What that means is there's always going to be a good group and a bad group in his view, right? And so I am not interested in having a civilized conversation with a fascist as much as I am in the amount of lead it would take to kill him. Thank you.